Welcome to yet another exciting episode here on the Feel Good Podcast. I'm your host, Miss Clara. Today I'm going to be focusing on a very common, important, but really hard part of our day-to-day livelihoods. It's a situation that we have somehow all been or come across, but it still remains hard. Today we're going to be talking about forgiveness, the importance, or rather the art of forgiveness. Don't forget to like and subscribe to our page so that we continue growing in numbers. And please do share the link and help a friend. So, what is forgiveness? Forgiveness is just breaking the link between you and your past. One of the most important core components to discover who you are is to heal from your past. When you realize that your past does not necessarily dictate the outcome of your future, it is only then when you can release the hate. And logic has it is very impossible to inhale new air until you exhale the old. It's just the same with forgiveness. Yes, it is very important to learn from past mistakes. So don't just dwell in the past, but use that opportunity to learn from the lessons and use those lessons as building blocks to a new and improved life. However, when you haven't fully recovered from your past, no matter how much you want peace or think, okay, yeah, now I'm ready for it, there'll always be a struggle. So not healing from your past prevents you from moving forward. It denies you a chance to actually have peace. When you haven't really let go of the past hurt and pain, it blocks you from being able to be vulnerable. It becomes a barrier. Now, vulnerability is very important. It is necessary for you to not just receive joy, love, or success, but to also give it. It acts as a bridge that will assist you in nurturing the type of life that God wants you to have. Unforgiveness denies the victim a possible parole. It leaves them stuck in a prison of what was incarcerating them in their trauma and denying you a chance to escape beyond the pain. Not being able to forgive just forces you to live in a world dominated by pain and suffering. So it is very important for one to be kind to themselves. Don't do it for anyone, but do it for yourself. A few steps forward and a few steps back. Stumble and fall, get back on your feet. This is the way we learn to move forward and also keep stumbling towards success. Not being able to heal from your past is just like walking through your house in the dark or walking down the street barefooted with broken glass. This lack of foresight leads you into holding on to situations for just way too long than you should. Being blind to nonsense is detrimental to your spiritual and emotional sanctity. Not healing from your past stops you from exuding positive energy, and this positiveness energy is very necessary for you to attract a type of life that you seek. So it is very imperative that you do what is necessary to get you the healing that you seek. As we go deeper on the subject of forgiveness, as an individual, you should be very prepared to open up and discuss issues that bother you before they escalate to a crisis level. Open communication is also so important between you and the person that you want to forgive. Not being able to speak up only makes the issue to build up and blow up, leading to internal damage. People will hurt you. They will do things that you don't understand and you may not like. If you don't forgive them, it just then becomes a hold on you because that emotion will never truly leave you. The only way you'll be free is if you forgive yourself. Rebuilding a life and sometimes broken relations is possible and very achievable. And yet, so many people live their lives thinking what's done is done. But in actual fact, for it to be done, you need to be able to forgive. Anger is full of wrath, or rather vengeance. It begins as a mere feeling, which eventually goes on to be vocal or physical, and later on becomes very, very destructive. If uncontrolled, it turns into rage. There is a common statement: I was so angry that I could not see a thing, I could not think straight. And this has become very common. So getting angry takes up a lot of energy. The roots of unforgiveness are very dangerous. They grow very deep and take a deep and strong hold within us. They are very insidious because they continue to convince us that since we are hurt, or rather betrayed, someone has to pay. We want to be paid back for the pain that we've endured, but that only comes from God. So if we can trust in Him and forgive, He will grant us the peace that we seek. Forgiveness is a great human emotion that we ignore, and we prefer to struggle on the pain and anger. It is really hard to forgive. Would rather focus on the hurt than actually seek for peace. Well, it is my hope that you may learn to master this emotion and let it fill your life with the joy it brings. Well, that's all I had on forgiveness. I hope that we all learned something from what I had to say today, because if we learn to forgive, we will definitely start moving towards a life that we all seek. I'll call it a wrap today, and thank you for taking your time to listen. Please do share the link and also listen to all our previous episodes that if you hadn't, I'm sure that you'll find them very helping. And yes, remember, when you hold on to your past and you hold it at the expense of your own destiny and no one's destiny. That's it from me. I hope that you have a blessed weekend. Please do take care, stay safe and blessed.